Hello, welcome to the Red Room. We are back to normal, I think.
It is I, Michel.
I'm going to start to take
Formal?
control. No, I need to try to keep an eye on my underwear drawer. See if you are using my panties and my dresses while I'm not home.
I don't have to use yours, I can buy my own.
Well, then I need to check your drawers.
Yeah, that's better.
Well, this is our last video of the year.
The last video, we are going away. No, not that. Not our last video, but
It's the last
this
video
year,
of the year,
yeah, this year's last video.
and we're going to talk about stuff. No.
Now there are people that are going, oh, I thought you were going to go away and disappear. No,
Who knows, maybe.
we aren't. Yeah, maybe. No, no. I would bet that it's more likely that YouTube will cancel us during this year.
That's okay. That's what we're going to talk about today. So it's going to be our stupid provisions. It's provisions that you say.
I don't think so.
Predictions.
Predictions, yes.
Predictions for 2024.
So let's put I should have used the turban. This time.
I thought about that, but you don't want. Let's not overdo it.
I'm going to start concentrating on the future.
Your third eye is not there.
Oh yeah, you don't want me to show the third eye, do you?
No.
Unless it's the one here. So let's start. Um,
You want to start with the predictions of the Red Room?
uh, yeah. Okay. So the first one I've already mentioned. I think we
Yes.
are going to be cancelled by YouTube. YouTube is going to show us the way out. You are very problematic.
Mm.
So go away.
Well,
What do you think?
I'm going to do a positive one. That's not going to happen. So, Madame
Brasco is going
Sylvia,
to
yes.
Brasco is calling us back.
No, Madame Sylvia says that we are going to be Ratchet is going to become the new D&D next next year.
That's too ridiculous. You'll have to say something more like it's going to become the new Morpboard.
Okay,
That would be more like
that'll be good. Yes,
it would be the next Morpboard. No, it isn't.
though we're a lot more cooler than Mark Boric.
I am at least. I'm sure I'm cooler. The my layouts are cooler than the layouts. It doesn't look like a
A child did it.
yeah. It's like an adult book, not something not scribble. Yeah, it's not. And and I don't think anything. I'm not expecting anything positive like that.
I know. Well, I'm not expecting anything positive, but
Actually, the most likely is that things will stay just the same.
yes, well, that is the prediction. The positive prediction
Yeah,
is that things that we have next year
things,
is going to be like
yeah,
this year, except we're not going to be canceled from drive-through.
yeah. But we can still be cancelled by someone. There are possibilities. Facebook can cancel
Yeah,
us.
that doesn't really matter.
No, that's not really a problem. It could happen. It might happen. Twitter, why not?
Mhm.
People are still cancelled there, so
Discord.
Discord is very likely. Well, it's not very likely.
No, it's not because
There aren't many
our
people
channel is private.
who channels are private. I think.
Yeah,
Kind of
okay.
private.
Yeah, but nobody's there. Okay, it's very
Yeah,
private.
it's more like that. Our privacy is because there are very few people there, but it's not really private.
But I do have a prediction for Wizards of the Coast. It's not going to come true, but maybe they will be bought by Chinese during
I don't think
2024.
it's too soon for that.
Okay.
Maybe eventually, but I think they'll have to fail first, but to fail terribly with their new.
Yeah, I don't know when is that going to be released. It's still going to take some time, right?
I think it's next year, but I'm not really sure.
Okay, then they're going to do that for 25.
Yeah, probably more likely. Even Disney probably is not going to fail entirely. They still have money.
Well, Amazon is also going to have a nice year with this Prime thing.
It's expected that there will be much less movies and much less new
Mm.
shows because everything failed during this year, so they'll probably start. And D&D the same thing. They're not going to publish
But
probably.
but that's a thing, right? Because I imagine most of the films and series that are in production are still the same shit.
No,
So,
some are going to be delayed as well because they are thinking about what they can still do to
mhm.
save them, and the conclusion will always be, hmm, it needs to become a little bit more gay.
Well, I would say just drop some gasoline and light a match,
Yeah, that would be
burn the
the
whole thing.
yeah, burn everything. I was watching this morning when I was in the gym. Um, the I think it was from yesterday. Nerdrotic stream. They were talking about a new show called I think it's where the Disney, yeah, the Marvel show. I think it's called Echo,
Mm.
about a
Echo.
yeah, um, a deaf superhero or mute or deaf mute. I don't know, something like that. I think it's deaf. And that's basically that she's deaf and she has some other problem, some other disability. So she's the super disability. Oh,
Helen
she
Keller.
not that much. But she has some other disability, and she's indigenous.
Mm.
So the show is all about having a disabled woman who is a Native American, and I think these are superpowers.
Well, being
The
indigenous,
disabled
okay.
Native American
But you had Daredevil, so he was disabled, and
was,
that
yeah,
was not his
yeah. It's
his whole
basically the same thing.
personality.
I'm assuming I didn't. I was only listening, wasn't
Mhm.
watching, so I didn't catch the whole thing. But I assume that as it is called Echo, probably it has something to do
Mm.
with the kind of powers that Daredevil also has. Probably, well, not exactly the same thing, but something like that. It's probably
He's
a
like a
female
bat.
version. No, he's the bat because he's blind, but she must have some kind of sonic powers or whatever.
Yeah, like the bats, right? Bats, they listen with
Yeah, but
ultrasounds.
yes, yeah, probably she. Maybe that's the only thing she can do. She's definitely can listen without the sounds. I don't know. Whatever. But it was.
That's gonna be
But
a big hit for sure. I
the
predict that.
tragic thing is that they were. It was they were showing a teaser or something. People were talking about it, and the only thing people were saying was, "Oh, she's deaf, marvelous and great. And, oh, she's Native American, and this is a show that's not all about action; it's about culture." I was thinking, so her superpowers are she's native, and that's Marvel. So they went ahead, and now their superheroes are super disabled and super native and super not white.
Super Pox.
Super monkeypox. That could be it. That's another superhero, super monkeypox. Um. So yeah, uh, they aren't going to be better this year. Well, not this next. I think they are going to be worse. So this is a very optimistic video
Mhm.
to end the year. At least from the mainstream media and mainstream production.
Well, I'm counting on having two big disappointments. The Fallout
Oh
show.
yeah,
I'm going to watch it because it's Fallout. I'm sure it's going to be awful. And
the girl boss Fallout.
well, I was always a girl boss when I played Fallout because I
Yeah, but
played a girl.
yes, but if you were playing your character in your
Yes.
game, no one was watching.
And I don't know if it's going to be this year or not. I'm not sure. But Warhammer, because everybody has big expectations on that because of Henry Cavill. But I think they're gonna fuck him again.
You can check that. Well, yeah, why not? They already did the one, and he was the protagonist. So if they screwed The
Though I do
Witcher,
understand. I understand they might want. He looks nice. I understand people want to fuck him. but they
I
could
don't
fuck
think
him another way.
that's not the kind of
I know.
I'm looking at it, but I don't know. I can't see that. Release date. Oh, 2026. It's still a
Okay.
long way.
So,
But Fallout is something that is going to start what fall this fall? I don't know.
yes, yes.
Well, we're still in the fall, right? It can, I don't know.
He had the date
Yeah,
when they shared the trailer, so it's going to be next year.
Fallout TV show. Okay, April, so it's not the fall, spring.
It's
Um,
April, right?
yeah, next April, April 1st maybe. I don't know. No, it's April 12th, so it's not a full day release. Cal McLachlan. Oh yeah, he was there. And Walton Goggins. Not really a big cast. The other people, I have no idea who they are.
Of course not.
Yeah, but there's diversity here, lots of diversity. There's someone who looks like I don't know, a
Uh,
man pretending to be a woman or a
but do you
woman.
have ghouls and super mutants?
I think they're supposed to be.
Well, there's a diverse cast. They could be ghouls and super mutants. Then that type of
The
diversity, it's okay.
super mutants will be CGI,
Uh, I know,
and the ghouls
but probably also
probably not. It's a matter
put
of
the real makeup.
recent,
Yeah,
recent makeup. Yeah. The ghouls that don't have much. Ghouls will be like Hulk, and as usual, Hulk looks like shit in CGI, so the super mutants will look like
except She-Hulk. She looks stunning and brave.
yeah. That wasn't entirely CGI, but yeah, that also looked like shit.
Yeah, it was awful.
The TV show in the whole looked like shit, not just CGI. And it isn't that much CGI probably, since it was I like feel with the Green Woman. It was just a little bit of special effect. I just remember them working. That's the only thing I can remember. That
That's the only episode you saw, so you shouldn't be judging the show.
fight working. Well, I
Yes,
think
but
it,
just that episode.
no,
No,
but
no, we watched the first episode. Yes, we didn't watch that one. We watched the first
no,
episode.
that working was something that I watched. That what people
Yeah,
make fun of
everybody
people.
watched.
But any TV show that includes a scene of people working, at least well, not people because it would be just some extra doing some working.
Well, people extra still a person.
Uh, yeah, but in this case, it's much worse because it's not just a scene where someone is working. No, it's the protagonist and someone else.
It was a I don't know if it was
Probably
Cardi B. It's a famous rapper, but I'm not sure if it's Cardi B because they all look the same to me. Oh my god, this is very because they're all rappers. It's the same with all the blondes, Taylor Swift, and all the other ones. They also all look the same to me.
does Taylor Swift work?
Yeah, I don't think so. She
Probably not. She's too thin to work. Only fat women can't work. I don't know. Maybe.
need to have a big ass.
Yeah, requires a big ass. It doesn't have to be a fat one, but it
No,
has
it needs to
to
be
be
a big
a
one.
large one. Okay.
So, what else are you going to be? You expect to be disappointed by in 2024?
I'm not going to be disappointed by anything because I'm expecting everything to be shit. So I'm immune to disappointment right now. I'm just already the only thing about I can say that I am immune because I'm not. I can be disappointed by people, not by things. So I'm expecting people to disappoint me. Yeah. So I'm expecting David Lynch to reveal his inner wokeness that he has. I don't think he has revealed it yet, and I'm waiting to cancel him
That's gonna
definitely.
be sad.
Yeah, but I'm expecting that to happen.
I just hope you can keep quiet.
Yeah, just don't speak, don't say anything. Who else can become woke? Uh, I don't think people
Anybody.
will do that, so it won't happen. Who else? Yeah, but I'm talking about disappointment.
Hmm.
Most people that could disappoint me are already dead, so people cannot disappoint.
Yeah,
I can't think of anyone else.
I think they are. Yeah, I think the ones that if you don't remember, they're not important enough.
Yeah, well, okay, some actors could be it wouldn't be like a disappointment, but it could be a problem. Like when Jamie Lee Curtis revealed to be insane, and I never liked her, but I liked some of the movies where she was starring. I can remember at least three: Halloween and The Fog. Well, The Fog it's not really a problem. I think I can still watch The Fog
Yeah.
because it's just a secondary actress, but I cannot watch Halloween again. And Trading Places.
Mhm.
He's probably too much in Trading Places. I just remember another one, Fish Named
Yes,
One.
I was going to say that one.
Yeah, Fish Named One is also a problem. So people like that, it won't be a disappointment, but it can be a problem. Like other still living actors or actresses, because I'm not going to call them actors; they are actresses. Um, if they start talking too much, and there's a very big possibility that will happen next year. For example, all the lunatics that have been all these years still showing their
Oh yeah,
transgression syndrome. Now this year, if the guy is going to be a candidate, it will be
yeah,
much
yeah,
more.
yeah. All the loonies are going to come out.
Yeah. So even some that probably last time didn't say anything, or they did say, but we didn't pay attention to that because we weren't. That's we weren't aware of any of this in 2016. We were happy because we were ignorant.
I was gonna say we were innocent,
Well, we weren't happy, but we were less than happy because
but we were innocent.
we were still innocent. We didn't know about wokeism. It wasn't called wokeism at the time, but it was already going in extremely insane in the US. But here we didn't pay attention to
But
that.
that's gonna be worse here. But that's another thing to come.
Hey, this year it will be
This
much
video is
worse here as
becoming
well.
depressing.
Well, it's the last one of the year, huh? But we expect it to be like a positive thing.
Yes, joyful. All the amazing things that's gonna happen next year. The zombie apocalypse finally.
Didn't that start already? I
Yeah.
think it started during COVID.
Yes.
Shot. I want to take the shot. I want to take another shot. Give me a shot. Oh, for example, that's another interesting thing. We are still alive.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good thing. You see.
Yeah, we are still alive.
Are you going to tell
That's
people
a positive.
that we haven't taken? Yes.
That's well, why not?
Yes, I know. I'm joking. Reveal that we're not vaccinated.
We wear the mask all the time. Ah, we're spreading the virus. No, we weren't. We weren't sick anyway.
Well, I did a
Well,
COVID test.
I may have may have COVID right now because I'm sniffling.
I did a COVID test a couple of weeks ago because I was feeling sick, and I wanted to see if I had COVID. At least I could tell my boss, "Oh, I have COVID. I can't work this week." But no, it was negative.
It was out of date.
Yes,
So
well, just for a week, so it doesn't mean it's perfectly fine.
why not?
But then I just told him I'm not feeling well. Oh, but it's not COVID.
At least it's not COVID.
Yes, and he was like, "Oh, at least it's not COVID." I don't get it.
I've heard people saying that someone died, but at least it wasn't COVID. So when you go to that point, I don't know. People are obviously the zombie apocalypse happened, but it wasn't really. The
Yep.
zombies weren't dead; they were alive. They are still
Well, they are still
some of them.
alive.
Some of them. Some died of myocarditis and and other complications of something. I don't know. Let's not put COVID in the title, or else
Yes, of course not.
and
It's Ratchet
we can still talk about that in the middle of the video. That just don't mention it in the title,
Yes.
or else we might be expelled even before the end of the year.
Yeah,
So
that'll be a bummer.
let's talk about Ratchet then. New stuff for Ratchet.
Okay. Well, my scenario that's going to be out probably on my Christmas
That
scenario that's going
yes.
to be out on the I don't know, whenever you want to put it out.
Wednesday,
Probably the
probably
second
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday. Why not? It could be Monday.
No,
What
Monday is a holiday, but it can be Tuesday.
what's the problem? I can work on it.
Nobody's gonna buy it on Monday. It's the first day of the year. I know
Yeah,
it's gonna say
probably.
nobody's gonna buy it anyway.
Yeah, probably. But maybe maybe people are drink too much in this day before, so
And they'll buy it by mistake.
I could release it tomorrow to see if there are some drunken presses. Why not? Maybe we could. I could release it tomorrow at midnight. Well, not midnight because I can't predict when will be midnight
Yeah, but
every.
that's fun. Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay,
Not
so
at midnight, but yes.
let,
After
well,
midnight in Portugal,
I
right?
can release it at some midnight, but
It'll
people will
be our midnight, more or
yes,
less.
our midnight. Okay, so I can schedule it to be released at midnight. So don't forget, stay tuned tomorrow at midnight, or at least Portuguese midnight. Um, you can buy our Christmas scenario. This wasn't planned. It was decided right now.
We never planned for
That's
anything
that's how things work.
except Miguel dressing up as a woman. That was planned.
Yeah, that was planned. Uh, yes, of course. I had to buy a wig because I didn't have that blue wig.
But that is another thing that we should. Yes, you just had a red one.
Yes,
No, I'm joking. No,
the
didn't.
blonde one. I love
Uh,
my blonde, my blonde wig, platinum blonde wig.
but that's something that we should do next year. Well, we're gonna say
Right.
no.
Yeah.
We
What,
should start planning more.
dressing like a woman.
No, doing things in a coordinated way.
I just had a brilliant idea. I'm going to start doing reviews wearing a stupid wig, and I'm going to call myself Michelle because it's a joke with my name,
Hmm.
Michelle, and I do reviews with a wig. No one has done that yet.
No, no, nobody
No,
does done that. It's
no,
gonna
no.
be completely original.
Actually, no, it happened. Okay, another idea. I'm going to start being a trans man, and I'm going to marry
A
another
trans woman.
trans woman. Yes, another trans woman, and then I'll probably become a big game designer.
That's already been done also.
Also, okay.
Yeah.
So, is there something that hasn't been done that has to be related to trans women? Probably.
Well, we both trans. That's the idea that we should both trans.
Yeah,
Then become big
maybe that
designers.
hasn't happened yet.
Yes,
Perhaps that hasn't happened yet.
we can become a queer power couple.
Yes, that would be
The
it.
role playing
No, not queer. That's trans.
queer, but we're still queer. It will be queer
Okay, so we're
because we're
trans
both
and queer at the
trans.
same
Of
time.
course, we are queer. Everybody's queer except straight people
I'm not queer.
because you're straight. But if you become a trans woman,
I'm a monster.
you're gonna be queer.
Only, only monster can be straight.
Okay,
Uh,
so
so
2024, Ratchet.
okay, so things that we have planned. First thing is probably the henchman sing the blues or Wretched Vigilantes, which is done, edited, and delivered, and I'll have to do the layout. Then
Probably my adventure if I my not my
no, this
adventure, my
one is already
anthology. Yes. No, the anthology that I'm
yeah.
finishing.
So Wretched Busters Anthology that will include several scenarios that were already published, but they will be
Two
slightly
that
changed.
already
Oh
published
yeah,
in
and a new one.
a new one.
The
It's a trilogy because things work better in three.
the ones published are Seven Bastards and
No,
no,
Daughters
not
of
Seven Bastards.
Darkness and Sound
Seven
of
Bastards.
Madness.
No, yeah, okay, that's it. And those will be removed
Yes.
from the store, and that will have a new thing that will be
World of Bastards anthology because that was the name
World
of
of
the
Bastards.
first when we put
Yeah,
the same. So we're gonna
I was
start
starting to
using
call it
that.
yeah. So just rename it World of Bastards for this book. Okay.
And then I can say another thing I'm going to do after that. Well, I don't know if but that's a project I don't want to talk about yet. So, but the other one is going to do, I'm going to do Vitulia. That is the
No one
Antilia
knows.
Rome. Yes, it's our version
Yeah,
of
there
Rome.
were two small scenarios that were published as Wretched Verses. Um,
Sense of something.
yeah, Not even I remember it. I'll have to check it. No, no one bought
Sand
it.
and
And
blood.
Blood and Sand.
Blood and sand.
The other one is no Blood in the Arena, and the other one is Vitulia Reborn.
Okay. Yeah,
Why
sand
should I
and blood.
remember? I just wrote them. I don't. I have nothing to do with it.
So I'm going to write Vitulia as a setting and do another small adventure, and we're going to because those two are wretched verses, we're going to publish it as another World of Bastards compilation. World of Bastards Vitulia. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't. Miguel is the boss here. I'm just giving him stupid ideas, but I think that makes sense.
Okay, that's good. And plans. Okay, so we have a few plans. One of the plans, and probably the most relevant for now, and will be I don't know. It's not. It hasn't a name yet, but Wretched something after the Second World War. That plan that we had to
Are you
do
going to be
something.
that going to be the official? Okay.
Hmm?
That's going to be your official next big project. So you're going to do it in 2 weeks?
Perhaps no, no, it's not going to happen so soon. Uh, but
Not in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks' time. It's gonna
no,
take 2 weeks.
it will take 1 month at least.
Okay, good.
But not just now. It will be I don't know someday. I
Probably,
don't know if it's probably not even the next thing I'll do.
but it's gonna be the next big thing.
Yeah, probably yeah, probably the next big thing because I'm not planning any other setting. The only thing that can be and probably even before that it's Agents of Wretch, which is still a first edition. It wasn't really a setting, but it became a mini setting like conspiracies, and it probably should be a mini setting like conspiracy. But that one will be something like Intervellum,
Mhm.
or maybe larger than Intervellum because there are the supernatural part in this one could have to be expanded. So demons and all that could build on that part of the setting, and I think that's something useful that can be used later on other stuff. Uh, the supernatural in so exploring a little bit more the beyond.
Mhm.
Because Wretched Darkness was already a huge thing, even without expanding too much. So there was that places in the beyond, but not really the beyond itself and the creatures from there. So in this one, as I don't have to delve so much into the places in the beyond, and the geography,
Mhm.
the location, because things will be coming pouring out of the other side into our side. What I'll need is the hierarchy of creatures and how do they work together. So that is still, there are bottles of spin and that they have a kind of connection with the Machinatores, business connection. At the same time, they have, then the Machinatores have several creatures that they themselves have created. And then there are the Sicarios, which are the special agents of the Apostles. The Tarkalev maybe
Mhm.
are the foot soldiers. I'm not sure about that. Probably, but it's still just a thought. And but well, it's going to be an invasion, so that
Mhm.
must have legions of something. Perhaps the Tarkalev, but not just the Tarkalev. Those are probably the lemmings, uh, the
Yeah.
unimportant, but we have something like cavalry and aerial forces. The creatures that are already described don't really
Mhm.
aren't really that like aren't really soldiers. They are creatures, very large ones.
Mhm.
So they wouldn't work for that. So we'll have to expand on that, probably based on well, of a fictional setting.
Mhm.
Maybe something in real demons. So that's one of the things. There's that plan that you have of doing something that will be. crossover with the Invisible
Hmm.
College.
That was the plan I was not talking about because I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do with it.
Yeah, but that's just
Yeah.
we already mentioned that there is going to be something like a crossover between the two games. Then there's obviously Ratchet Shambara,
Mhm.
the Ratchet Japan setting, which is being edited, and we have some art for it. It's almost probably almost ready as far as the editing um, goes, and then I'll start. I will start the layout when I have it. Probably it's going to be happening in January.
Mhm.
But since Oliver wants to do a crowdfunding, I have no idea list. So it will be probably ready, but it's just the release date.
Mhm.
It will depend on that. Um, and I guess that's most of it.
Mhm.
Most of the of what is
Well, there's the bestiary and the companion, but that's the same. They will be released one day.
yes, the companion. There was the time there that I was thinking about doing it right now, but then not really. It will happen when I have some free time because it's not really that.
Hmm.
The bestiary, uh, Strauss is starting to review stuff now, so probably that one won't take that long. Um, and the art will be not exclusively, but almost all by Jeremy Hart. So I think it's going to do some commissioned work, but most of it will be uh,
Talk art.
stock art. Is stock art. I was planning on having more commissioned work, but I don't think he has time. Try to. He'll probably do the cover and
Mhm.
something else. But well, the cover we need one cover, of course. That's something that we'll need. And since we are going to use his art, I don't think that
Mhm.
it would make sense to use someone else. Or so I will wait for him to have some more time for that, but probably not not much more than that. I believe we have some more plans.
Well, we have tons of plans and tons of ideas, but then, at least in my case, they will only become plan. I can only plan like 2 or 3 books ahead
Yeah,
because then
thing
I
is,
change my mind and like I don't want to do this shit anymore. I want to do something else.
there was that Fables thing. Um,
That's going to be done one day, but I don't know when. I want to do a
probably
game. Yes, inspired in Fables. Well, not in Fables the comics, also in Fables and comics, but in the idea of Fables. But I need to. I think that's not going to be part of Ratchet. Well, it can have Ratchet rules, but it's not going to be part because it doesn't make sense being make it in the same universe, right? I think we discussed this because we're going to put fairy tales on top of everything. I think
yeah,
it's too messy.
it will be too much. Might yeah, it can be something else. It can be
Well, like Red Shambara, because in the end,
well, it can be Ratchet then.
it's
If
a
we
thing
just
at the same.
if we're
It's
just calling it a different universe, it can be a different universe
yes,
using the same
that's the
rules.
Ratchet verse, so it can be.
Yeah,
There's also that. Yes.
exactly. You have slots that you can do. For example, um, in Vigilantes, there are superheroes
Hmm.
that doesn't exist anywhere else.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it
Yes.
is
So
a
yeah, the vigilantes world is not the world of the rest of. Even Tilia is
even
not the rest, right? Bastards. It's not in the
kind
same
of
world than the other.
there are some connections. The factions are the same, and also in
But
the
that's because of the beyond.
yeah. So the Vigilantes, it's his own thing,
Hmm.
and Amateur is in Texas in Vigilantes. I wouldn't put Amateur in Texas in any other. I don't. I'm not going to say where it is, but definitely not in Texas. And obviously, people don't have any of those powers. Those are specific
Hmm.
to that setting. Even though in that setting, things from other settings can exist. But I'm not going to use superheroes and
Hmm.
vigilantes. in somewhere else because it would be just silly. Um, and yeah, Chambara is a different thing
Hmm.
as well. Well, even though it's since it is strictly in some place, it could be historically Japan in the past. Why not? Perhaps I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah,
something will be published for that as well. So it's not really an important thing. But
yeah. The Wretched Fables, it's an idea, but I need to figure out how exactly I want to do it. In what time,
for
what
example,
period.
that other one that has no name will have to be also an alternative reality
Mhm.
because if after World War II the Earth was invaded by demons,
There's no new Flash.
there's no new flash, there's no darkness, there's no
Mhm.
several other things. And even space can be
Well, if it serves for Marvel, it can
alternative.
also start, you can also use it. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not going well for Marvel, or it is. I
no,
don't know.
yeah, but that's not really the Marvel's problem because they did strange stuff before and it worked. Now it doesn't work because it broke. And that's something that, well, we can promise that we're not going to
No,
become woke. Design, accept that part. No, you're not going to become woke, and wretched will be wretched, not blissful. So that's not really that won't be a problem. So no, it's a problem for us. It's a problem for us because we sell much less. What
and
else?
I don't know.
Nothing more.
Nothing more. Yes.
Okay, so let's finish.
Let's finish at this note. We continue to be wretched.
Yeah, we continue to be right. And well, let's hope that next year, even though I don't believe it, but let's hope that we can get to more people,
Hmm.
that more people find out about it. That's kind of possible now that we have published the files, and maybe some other people publishing it gradually.
We
There will
don't really
be
want to
some.
become a star, but at the same time,
Yeah, but we
we
can
think it's healthy to have more, that people need space to have their work and visibility.
especially when it's something that's too in this not this case, but when it's something done for Ratchet, and
Hmm.
we still want
Yeah,
to
well, we
have
want more. Yes, that's we want people to do stuff for Ratchet, of course.
and there are some possibilities that might still happen. I don't know. Some of them were mentioned before. Uh, the Ratchet Chambara, for example,
Hmm.
is something. It's a big thing. It's not just a small scenario. So
That's why Oliver wants to do a crowdfunding because it gave him so
yeah,
much work that
and well, maybe the
it was
fact that
almost a year, right? I don't know if it was a year.
yeah, well, he was very slow in preparing it. I don't think it was a year because he did stuff in the beginning of the year. So he did Years of Belphegor. I
Hmm.
don't know if it was this year. It wasn't this year,
No, no, it was not. Tears of Belfagor was still in drive-through.
but he did
The other one, I'm not
the
sure.
Western. I think that one was this year.
Okay.
So he started. I don't know when, but it was already. But it took him months. So and now maybe after that his release, perhaps someone else will discover uh, Wretched games, not just that one, but the rest of the thing. And perhaps we can at least um, having more people buying stuff is more likely that we can stay floating.
Hmm.
And because eventually I will have to start releasing less stuff, the ideas will start being less frequent, and especially when everything that was already published will be rehashed, republished as a second edition. When that happens, it will be slow because we will be restricted to new ideas, and that was something that has been that hasn't Hasn't been a problem until now, but eventually.
Well, eventually, but we still have a well, I have
Yeah,
a
we
big
still have ideas.
notebook with a lot of ideas.
Maybe and it's not just that. There are some ideas there that I'm not sure if I really want to
Hmm.
do. So eventually, we might
Yeah,
have less ideas, or at least less ideas that I really want.
yeah, no, there's some ideas there that you said is a good idea, and then you're like, no, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, eventually, maybe,
Well,
and I
like
will get time.
vigilantes. That's why in the end
Yeah,
that the idea was there, but she didn't really want to do.
I wouldn't have done that if I had to do it by myself, probably. So, of course, something like that can happen again. Some ideas that we can do a collaboration with someone, and does, and it stops being an idea and it starts being a project.
Hmm.
Some of them are just possibilities that can turn out to be full games or full scenarios or not.
I guess some will never be made.
Some of
You
them.
still
I'd
have
say
Red's exploitation to do it
uh,
for second edition.
yes, but I'm waiting. That one I probably won't pick it up unless someone else does something.
Mhm.
Because there are two things that would be that make sense there. One was Raven's women in jail uh,
But that was it.
scenario.
That is a cursed scenario.
I guess so. And then there is I don't know his name.
Maximus,
Yes,
this is Twitter
off-
handle.
offensive
Yes.
as Maximus, who has also something that was supposed to be a game, but probably not a game, but it could be a game setting. So and it will be exploitation, truly exploitative with digital art that is particularly problematic. So that was that would be. I'm not going to publish exploitation if I have those two hanging there, and I'm not sure if they would be
Hmm.
done or not. So I will make it if some of those any of those two get
Yeah,
finished.
because the idea was more like a set of scenarios, right, and not exactly
Yeah,
a new game because it doesn't make sense for it to be a setting on itself.
I can write something for that, just an introduction and all that, but or else or maybe republish and share something that was already made, like sexual holocaust, or do something else that hasn't been made yet. Some of those perhaps there's in our ideas there's something that can be exploited that can be exploited as exploitation.
Well, I have one, but that one is for me. It's the one about
The
school
hacks.
girls, yes, and hags.
So there's also that. But I'm going to wait until one of those two projects is finished or not. If it's not finished, then it will be on hold until I don't know Sunday. Okay. Other than that, again, this is I think the main thing for this year will be to try to get uh, our audience less
Hmm.
bad. And I guess for that we need other people's help for this. Uh, Sharing videos, sharing posts, talking about the Red Room, talking about Ratchet, getting some people to do more reviews. I don't know if it's still possible. Maybe people that are playing Ratchet, they can talk about it, or maybe people that are planning on playing Ratchet start playing Ratchet and talking about it. Interviews, maybe
Hmm.
if someone introduces for something, whatever, blogs or YouTube channels or podcasts, whatever it is. Uh, that's it basically. We need publicity. We need to get to be found out by other people, and I'll probably have to do some more effort to find other ways
Hmm.
to advertise this because I really suck. I don't know. I don't know what else to do, and I don't have that much time. But maybe now I'll have to
Hmm.
devote more time to try to publicize than writing stuff. If we expand the audience, we'll sell more, and I can spend more time writing stuff and editing stuff and doing layouts, and less time just releasing because that's. well, it's tiresome, and sometimes things go unfinished, almost unfinished. I don't have time to think about it. Not that I would do that much, but I could at least finish something and then put it to rest, work on something,
And
and
then
then go
look,
back
yeah,
to the
look
other
at
one,
it again.
and think about, well, what is missing, and what can I correct, and what can I change. Because I'm not, I would never do what people sometimes do, like testing something for years and starting and going back. I would do that, but at least probably stuff that was already
Hmm.
thought about and checked for missing things and missing details. I think I've been kind of lucky with that because the rules don't really need to be that much tested, and the settings were all things that I had kind of planned, not planned, but or the things that I wanted
Hmm.
to have played and didn't because they didn't exist. But still, there were some issues that could have been, if I had more time, could have been handled at the first time. Okay, this is a long video already, so
Hmm.
no one is
Well,
watching.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody!